If you're the person who everyone leans on, the person who holds the tension, anticipates the needs, absorbs the mess before it spills, this one's for you. I used to think that being the strong one was an identity. Now I know it was a survival strategy. And the real cost, no one thinks to ask if you need anything, because you never let it show. A few summers ago, I cracked. I was moving homes, parenting a toddler, hosting friends, working, trying to hold my relationship, and I was doing what I always do. Managing the logistics, holding the emotional center, being the glue. I was writing in my notebook late one night, trying to organize my overwhelm when I caught this sentence mid-page. I feel like the project manager of everyone's life but my own. That line stopped me. Because it was true. I wasn't tired from working, I was tired from translating myself in every room to make it easier for everyone else. Tired from performing clarity. Tired from making the system function when no one else could even see the cracks. And when I finally dropped the ball, it wasn't because I couldn't handle it. It was because I finally realized I didn't want to anymore. That one moment opened a flood of others. Friendships where I made it easy for people to never ask questions. Partnerships where I became the infrastructure, work relationships where I was praised for being so dependable while solely disappearing inside the role. And I started asking, what would happen if I stopped performing ease? What would happen if I told the truth about the weight that I was carrying? Would anything still hold? There's a line from my notebook that I come back to all the time. Strength without softness is performance. Performance becomes invisibility. That was me. High functioning, high achieving, but slowly erasing myself to stay stable for everyone else. And let's be honest, if you're neurodivergent, trauma-informed, or just deeply self-aware, you will get labeled difficult the moment that you stop doing that labor. The moment that you stop smiling through the tension. The moment that you ask for clarity. The moment that you say, this doesn't work for me. So I'll ask you what I had to ask myself. Where did you learn that being seen meant being useful? When did you start believing that being strong meant being silent? And what would it look like to stop making those things work that were never built to support you? I'm still unlearning all of it. But these days, I pay attention to the small signs of change. When I ask for help before I hit capacity. When I say no without explaining it. When I cry in the middle of a Tuesday and don't apologize for it. These are the moments that I document in field notes from the work and the wild. Not the highlights, the shift moments. The ones where you stop performing strong and start reclaiming real. So if you've been carrying it all in silence, this is your permission to set some of it down. Not because you failed, but because you're finally telling the truth.